Hello my friends, it's Danny, and today I am putting a clean and delicious twist on some of the most requested hot drinks from Starbucks. And when I say most requested, I of course mean most requested by you, because if you remember a few weeks back, we did a poll on the community page, and the top 3 hot Starbucks drinks that you all wanted to recreate at home were, in order, a pumpkin spice latte, a chai tea latte, and the salted caramel latte. Plus, I'm gonna be throwing in a bonus recipe, which is gonna be a mocha latte, because that one is my personal favorite, and I could not believe that chocolate didn't make the cut. And for those of you who voted for the turmeric latte, I'm gonna leave a link down in the description box below for my recipe for golden milk. That is ultimately a DIY turmeric latte. And this way, nobody gets left out, and ultimately we all leave with what we were looking for. Now, what I love so much about making these drinks at home is that we get to be in control of all of the ingredients. I'm gonna be using an unsweetened almond milk for the base of these, but of course use any type of milk that you have on hand or that you prefer. And do know that all of these recipes make 1 serving, so feel free to scale them up as needed. So let's get started with the pumpkin spice latte. Into a small pot, I'm gonna combine a 1/2 cup of milk with 2 tablespoons of pumpkin puree and 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. Now you wanna make sure that you're using real maple syrup and not pancake syrup. When you look at the ingredients, the only thing listed should be maple syrup. Then a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, a 1/2 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice, and 6 ounces of strong brewed coffee. You could also do a couple shots of espresso here if you prefer. Then I'm just gonna whisk that all together and continue to cook over a medium-low heat until everything is well combined and it's come up to a nice light simmer. From here, transfer it into your favorite mug and top it with some whipped cream. And of course, if you wanna keep these recipes 100% vegan, you could use a coconut whipped cream here. A little extra pumpkin pie spice or some cinnamon over the top, and it's ready to roll. Next up is the chai spice latte. So again, I've got my small pot and it's gonna be over a medium-low heat, and I'm gonna start with 1 cup of milk. Then to keep things really easy, I'm using 2 chai spice tea bags. I like to just drop those in and then wrap the string around the side of the pot so that we don't lose them. Just go ahead and tap that with your spoon. You'll see that it starts to release some of the spices. And I'm also gonna add 1 tablespoon of maple syrup here. Gently whisk that all together periodically. Give a little squish on the tea bags. And once everything comes up to that light simmer, we're ready to roll. So the first thing I do is unhook the tea bags, wrap it around the spoon and squeeze all the flavor out of them, and then transfer into your favorite mug. Again, 100% optional, but insanely delicious. A little bit of whipped cream over the top with an extra sprinkle of cinnamon. Warm, comforting, and so delicious. Moving right along, we have our salted caramel latte. And before we jump into this one, I have got to share this super shortcut vegan recipe for homemade caramel sauce. Now, this is a recipe that I got on a blog called Pinch of Yum, and I promise you, whether you are vegan or not, this is too easy and too delicious not to try. Into a small spouted cup, I'm combining 2 tablespoons of coconut oil with 2 tablespoons of real maple syrup. Then I'm just gonna pop this into the microwave for 30 or 60 seconds until both of those have melted together. For anybody out there who does not use a microwave, you could absolutely do this on the stovetop as well. Once that's melted, I'm gonna stir in 1 tablespoon of almond butter and a pinch of kosher sea salt, and then just keep stirring until those ingredients are really well combined. And you're gonna see that as it cools, it's gonna thicken up and it's gonna have that same gooey texture as caramel without using any dairy or butter. And FYI, it is also absolutely delicious, drizzled on top of some toast, on top of your morning oatmeal, maybe with some apples, really anywhere you would enjoy caramel, this sauce will travel. Now, to make the latte, we're starting with the same setup and base. So I've got a small pot over a medium-low heat, and I have a 1/2 cup of milk in the pot, and to that I'm adding 1 tablespoon of that vegan caramel sauce. And you could, of course, use any caramel sauce that you like or have on hand. I just wanted to make sure that everybody in the C&D family had an option. Then I've got 2 teaspoons of maple syrup, a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 6 ounces of strong brewed coffee. Again, whisk that all together and heat until everything comes to a nice light simmer. Transfer this into your favorite mug and then enjoy it just as it is, or pull out the big guns and top it with some whipped cream of choice and an extra drizzle of caramel sauce over the top. TBLS. F, to die for. Okay, so those were the 3 most requested drinks from the C&D family, but I could not, in good consciousness, end this video without some chocolate. So on to the Mocha Latte we go. You may be surprised to know that we are starting with a small pot over a medium-low heat, and to that we are adding a half a cup of milk, along with 1 tablespoon of unsweetened cocoa powder, 1 tablespoon of maple syrup, a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and yet again, 6 ounces of strong brewed coffee. And just a reminder, a couple shots of espresso would be equally as delightful. Again, whisk everything together, and then once that comes up to a simmer, you're gonna transfer it into your favorite mug. And for this one, I'm really not gonna give you an option. I think you must top it with some whipped cream and a little extra cocoa powder over the top. Hashtag marching orders, hashtag get to it, or not. It really will taste good either way. So how fabulous is that? 4 of Starbucks' most popular hot drinks recreated with a whole lot less sugar and a whole lot more fun. Now I can't wait to hear from you. Which do you think you will try first? Come on down to the comment section below and do let me know. And when you make them at home, don't forget to snap a picture and tag me on Instagram and on Facebook using the hashtag #CleanAndDelicious so I can see all the yumminess that you are whipping up in your very own kitchens. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Danny Spies, and I will see you back here next time with some more clean and deliciousness. Cheers! Hashtag to die for. Hashtag worth. I don't have my wits about me today. It really would be good either way. Subtlety is not my strong point. I am not a stand-up comedian.